And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Milroe. Looking to buy time. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
After the filthy move, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
A shot toward the end zone, and they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
Run in the red zone, it's Miller. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Great move there. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Number
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw, it's Shuck. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Leaves it with the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Alabama 7, Louisville 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
2-9 Philly.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And that pass picked off. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Points for the defense.
Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down.
Open runway ahead. He's on the 40, the 20, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Louisville!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner is stopped.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route. Because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Back out on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line. It's Lacey. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Coming after it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Line getting set on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. What on earth could have been going through his mind? He just spiked the ball on fourth down, just handed it back to the other offense. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for a deep man. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, Louisville 7.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Shuck. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it first and 10 from the 13. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On second down, wants to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
14, Louisville, 7.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Snap it to the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Now sliding to his left. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down.
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Louisville 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. He leaves it with his back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. The dominance on the defensive front reminds me of Jonathan Allen against Mississippi State in 15. Had like 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 7 solo stops.
And it reminds you of every Alabama defense you watch. This is a team that they are going to stop the run. If you run the ball with success, they're going to bring more guys and be...
Oh, what a grab by the defense! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker, nice pick.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Forced out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll try to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Good, solid tackle.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Here we go.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Timeout, Louisville.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And it's good, and we're tied in the 4th quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The offense set for a 1st down play. Running to the left. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Louisville.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
In blue. In blue.
The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they